Alrighty, I'm here with
Jay Louder.
John Gullo.
And can you tell me a little bit, Jay, about what you're doing down here today?
I'm coming down to enjoy the festivities.
Of you're here for the Derby? Are you here for the fireworks?
I'm here for the whole thing.
All of it, huh?
All of it.
And how many years is this now that you guys have done the Hot Rockin' Fourth?
This is our lucky 13th year.
It seems like it's a little bit bigger every year. Is it expanding? Is it?
You know, I don't know if it expanded. It's kind of interesting because it's like a fair in one day. And so what we'll have is a lot of families come here to the park during the daytime. Then they'll take their kids home and come back for the Derby at night. The humor is this is a couple years ago I was on KJazz radio, and they were talking about, demolition derbies. The Salt Lake City Bees, they draw 3,000-4,000 people, and demolition derbies, we have 13,000 to 15,000 people here. And I turned to Ron Boone and I says, Ron, what's hockey about? The hit. What's football about? The hit. The number one show that year was The Gladiator. But here's the key, Ron. If you come to a demolition derby, and folks, I'm telling you this, if you go to a demolition derby, after 1 minute, you know the object of the game. There's no offsides, there's no whistles, there's no nothing. There's only one rule. You can't hit the driver's door. But it is about carnage. People come here to see rollovers, crashes, smashes. We have 60 cars here today and 14 trucks. We added a truck heat last year. And that's the draw. The draw is the demolition derby, and it's getting bigger and better every year, but it's getting a little tougher because they don't make cars out of steel anymore. I know my son who does Stir and Dirt, he's got about 100 cars stored in different farm places throughout the state because every time he sees an old Chrysler or Chevy from the 70s, he buys them. It costs about $3,000 to build a car for a derby like this. So that's what it's all about. But this is a family event. It's a great event. Again, 13 years. I remember my wife saying in the beginning, she says, we'll do it for 3 years. And we funded it for 3 years pretty heavily. But between ticket sales, concessions, and everything now, this baby stays on its own. I think the most important thing for people to know, they ask, well, how is it a charity event? We have 800 volunteers here, manning and staffing everything. They're here because they believe in their cause. We reimburse every charity $10 an hour for every volunteer hour. So to have 800 people to give up their holiday to earn money for a cause they believe in, I think that's what makes this great, and that's why we've coined this an event of the people, by the people, for the people.
It is a true family event, and it's a wholesome family event. The American Dream Foundation provides the atmosphere that you can bring your total family down and have a wonderful time and feel safe and still get all the food you want, get all the enjoyment you want, and just have fun as a family unit.
My kids have been talking about it for weeks. They were so excited to come down here today.
Last year I wanted to do something. We had one thing last year is we have a trailer from Big Bubba's, and we fill it with mud. And we have an ATV donated and about 20 prizes, and people over there are getting a chance to register. And what happens is they have to dive into the mud and find a coin, or whatever's on the coin, that's their prize.
It was fun. I loved it. This is my second year doing it. We did it last year. What? Yeah, I got number 10.
The one thing we're doing this year that I'm really excited about is we have a 93-year-old veteran of World War II and of the Korean War coming here, and he'll be leading this crowd in the Pledge of Allegiance before we start the demolition derby. And I'm getting choked up talking about it right now.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
People just don't realize how, as much as we complain, as much as we think about it, this is the greatest country in the world, and it's the people that keep it that way.